Hey Tim, talking about the new movie Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire. The basic premise is Kong is feeling a bit lonely, though maybe there's another layer to the Hollow Earth where there's some secret Kongs hidden. Yeah, no, this film's a lot of fun. There's a lot I like about it. Firstly, this movie is mostly just Kong going on an adventure, and I loved that. It was just him and his little sidekick that he has, just trekking through Hollow Earth, facing monsters and challenges, ending slavery, and just, being a bro. And I was all here for it. It was so much fun. It was so interesting. I really appreciated that they gave that time to him. I think the human story was interesting, which is not always the case in these monster films. Like, each of the characters definitely felt like very distinct characters. I liked the relationship between Rebecca Hall's character and her daughter. The emotional moment that they had at the end of the film was fantastic. Like, people audibly went aw, and that didn't feel forced. It felt very genuine, which was great. It really seemed like Dan Stevens was having a blast. The film was filled with so many fight scenes, which were great, like just big monsters beating them up. Is what you want from the American Godzilla movies, is just a fun beat 'em up time, and they definitely delivered on that. I really loved how smart they made Kong. Like, the opening scene is basically just showing him utilizing traps that he had set up previously, and that really adds a lot to his character. But like, speaking of characters, that brings into like my main criticism of the film, is that most characters felt very one note. Like, yes, they had something going on, but that's kind of it. Like, a good example is Dan Stevens. He's this guy that loves nature. He's a big hippie. He has a history with Rebecca Scott, a little bit of chemistry there, but like, he really doesn't do anything besides just be like the nature guy. And if there's ever a nature issue that needed to be explained or a problem to be solved, he was the one to do it. And that's really true for basically all of the characters. There's definitely heart to this film, and that's centered in the mom and daughter story explicitly, but it's also, that's what Kong wants. It's about home. What is home? And Kong is, in a sense, searching for a home. And I do think that works a lot, but just kind of building upon that more would have helped the film a lot more. I think more critics would have enjoyed it more had they kind of delved more into that idea and those emotions more. I enjoyed this film a good solid amount, and I would totally recommend it. It's a good, fun, beat-em-up monster adventure film. So yeah, worth a watch. Though, do be warned, if you're more of a Godzilla person over a Kong person, he doesn't do a whole lot. He's just kind of like training to become Super Saiyan, and then he becomes Super Saiyan and does a big fight at the end. And now for my ranking, I put this at number 8 in the quite-like section. This is a total of 19 new movies so far this year.